Well, thank you for coming tonight. In the room, we've got folks that have been involved with the presentation, the capital project. So actually, I'm probably going to be talking to you three the most at this point, just because most everybody has been a part of this, either on the committee, at the board meetings, or in other meetings that we talked about. So feel free to interrupt me at any point if you have a question around it. We are on a scheduled plan right now for capital projects. Actually, let me go to the next. So how did we get to this point where we're at asking the public to vote on a capital project? About 5 years ago, we have a board facilities planning committee. And that committee took a look at the facilities we have and reports that we get kind of regularly. We had our construction management team come through the building, take a look at our facilities quite a while ago, before even the last capital project, and come up with a list of items that really need to be addressed. And we also had two building condition surveys, one in 2010 and one in 2015. Those are mandated by state ed. You have to do that every 5 years. And so those three documents were put together to come up with a list of potential projects. The initial list that was done prior to the capital project that was voted on in 2013. And that list was prioritized, and the committee took a look at the dollar amount that could be used for that project and found out where that dollar amount hit on those particular pieces. And then that was the proposal for the capital project. That included the elementary wing, the turf, a lot of HVAC system work that happened over those couple years. So we actually followed that process and continued and took the large list and prioritized with our committee. So in January of this past year, we sent out an RFP for architects. There are plenty of architects in the state that do schools. So we sent this out kind of globally. We had, I'm trying to remember if it was 10 or 12 that responded. The facilities team narrowed that group down to 3 architects to come in and present. They presented to the board about what their thoughts were about the project, and out of those 3, we selected King & King as our architect. So we have a new architect that we're working with. Part of the reason we selected them was their experience in education. They are really an educational architectural firm, and they work with school districts on the process for pre-referendum, and then the vote, and then they also work through the process of design and implementation. So we selected them in January, and then we developed a capital project committee, and that committee was really an open invitation for folks to come in. We had anywhere from 15 to 30 come at various meetings. We met monthly. We took a look at those 3 documents, the 2 building condition surveys and the survey done by our construction management team, and the list that we had, as well as a list from our staff and our management team and anything else that the community brought to us. And basically, we made it the list of everything. Put everything on there that anybody even talked about. And the idea was that, okay, if this is what people are asking for, we're going to prioritize that within the committee. We prioritized in 2 ways. One was focusing on the safety. So if there was a safety issue, if there was a code issue, if there were ADA compliance issues, so those mandated items that would need to be taken a look at, as well as needs for the community and for our students were put in. And that list was ranked. After that list was ranked, we looked at a dollar amount that might fit a fair amount of those ideas. And that, again, was the cutoff point. And then how we were going to approach the project was then decided as the scope of work for the Board of Education. So that was done. That final recommendation was done in August. So the process of taking a look at what those items were started in January, worked its all the way to August. So it was about an 8-month process to get there. We've posted all of those materials on our website. And you can look at those. Even the prioritization list is on there. So you'll get an idea of what the different items that were brought up and how they were prioritized on that list. Which brought us to the proposition.